Hello class, this is Felipe Prado Garcia, and this is my week 4 multimedia presentation. First off, we're going to talk about Dwight Waldo. Dwight Waldo was an American political scientist and a theorist. Most of his work is best known for his publishments on efficiency and also the rejection of dichotomy. Something important to point out about Waldo is that he targeted efficiency a lot, and a lot of his statements, or more of the statements that he put out about efficiency, were about how people should be more government savvy, or they should be more knowledgeable about the government and public administration and the work that they do. They should be more um, um, science focused instead of being told what to do within the government, right? That was one of his biggest arguments. He rejected dichotomy. So that was another part of his theory, the rejection of dichotomy. But he also critiqued efficiency a lot. A lot of us, a lot of the statements that he put out are very well known today, and mainly because of how they are being perceived and how they are still being applied today. Um, One of the biggest statements that I took out from his from his theory was dishonesty, corruption may be functional for development. And once you think about that, it makes a lot of sense, especially today or in present times, especially with the current administration. When the new administration came in, one of the first things that they did was hire someone to look into the government finances and look into the assets and resources that were being utilized. And the point of that was to find where resources were being wasted. So they were looking for ways to save resources, money, assets, and all that. And what they found out was basically directly linked to what Dwight Waldo said, that dishonesty, corruption may be functional for development. So when I saw that, it really stick to me, just because I was able to incorporate that to present times, and it makes a lot of sense once you look into it a lot more. Here we have Douglas McGregor. He is best known for Theory X and Theory Y, which is basically two separate assumptions or two contrasting sets, right? So one theory says, well, first of all, they're basically about human motivation, human management, human behavior. So basically, what pushes a human being to do work, right? And theory X basically is more oriented toward, or it's more known as the lazy employee, one that requires more management, one that avoids responsibility, one that tries to find the easy way out or the easy way to do work. And then theory Y is more about the motivated employee, the employee that wants to do more than what is asked of him. All right. And this is something that these theories are still applicable today. And from personal experiences, I've seen both sides of these theories where I've noticed that theory X is more seen or more known in government jobs, or anywhere where it has to deal with a government entity that's in control. And theory Y is more for the private sector, right? Um, it's just one of those things that I've been able to see over time. And partly of what Theory Y states is that in order for Theory Y to be a success, um, there has to be some type of management ingenuity into it, and it's not something that's going to be solely done with human nature. Humans still need that push and that motivation to do something and to do better in order for Theory Y to work. And that's where proper supervision and well, everything that has to do with management of employees comes in. Whereas Theory X is more of easy, ineffective um, organizational performance, if you could say, that dislikes this responsibility, and they basically like the picture here, like they have to be coerced to perform, which is where Theory X fails, in my opinion. And here we have Charles E. Limblom. He was also a theorist who is most known for his theory of incrementalism, or what is more known today as muddling through. What this theory entails, or what I would describe this theory as, is basically doing what you can do and hoping for the best, or what the picture here describes, small actions equals big changes. Um, and this approach suggests that in order to deal with problems, or instead of dealing with problems, um, policies were changed, or small changes were made to just kind of deal with it instead of fixing the problem. And this is where the term muddling through comes in, because different entities would either do something very drastic, or they would do the bare minimum just to stay afloat, right? And that's where the theory is more noticeable, because goals are only achieved or expected to be achieved partially, and this is like a cycle that just keeps repeated. It's more like a sequence, and they do this in hope that as they progress with it, um, things are gonna improve, the changes are gonna be made, and the accuracy of what they're doing is gonna get better, which it could happen or it could not, but that's part of the theory. That's what this theory entails about, um, doing the bare minimum and hoping for big changes, and just keep repeating the process until there's a change where they could say like, okay, this is good. This is where we can stop.